Okay, let's see the how we are going to implement this step by step. This one. So here I have the implemented to this use case step by step. Let's see the here. These are all the acceptance criteria, all those things. And here we have two steps to implement it. So first of all, we are going to create an Apex class, fetch the open opportunity records owned by the current logged in user. This is the first step we are going to achieve to our use case is this step by step. Okay, create an Apex class to fetch open opportunity records owned by the current logged in user. Okay, that is means when we are going to open by the this component na, so automatically we need to display to the logged in user opportunities. Let's see how we are going to implement that one. Okay, so already everyone aware of, right? Recently, Salesforce introduced by the Agent Force webs. Directly, we can log into the from the here Visual Studio. Why? Because means we need to create a Lightning Web component as well, right? So already I created a separate video for that, how to set up to the Agent Force webs. Okay, so then come to the here, click onto the Agent Force webs. So it's loading within a few minutes. Okay, once it's loaded, we can start to creating to the one new one new Apex class. So let's getting loading this one. So our first aim is the here we are going to fetch the logged in user records. So how to get it by the logged in user records based on the um, logged in user ID. So how we are going to get it by the logged in user ID? So we have to the get it by the user info dot get user ID, right? Based on that, we are going to get it by the logged in user ID. Okay. So let's see the step by step. Once it is the loaded by the agent force vibes, then we can implement to the code. So still it is loading. Okay, it's so loaded. Okay, I'm going to close all these existing things. Okay, this is my project. Under this project, I am going to create by the new Apex class. So here already we are aware of, right, how we are going to create the Apex class in the Visual Studio. So I'm going to create to the myself. So let's Control Shift to P. So here create Apex class. Okay, so I'm going to take it by the here. So my opportunities. Okay, CLS class. So I'm going to take it by the my opportunities. CLS means class, or we are going to take it my opportunities controller. So I'm created the one new Apex class. Then here we have to return to the this information to the LWC component, right? That's why here public static void get current to user opportunities. This is the my method name. So this method we need to send it to the our LWC component. So that's why here I'm going to take it by the @ Aura enabled. So here we can skip to the syntax. So here we can take it to the catchable equals to true. Better to, we can take it by the catchable equals to true. Okay. So then our first aim is the we need to get it by current user, right? Let's come to the here. We are going to take it by the one static keyword. So here ID. This is for the current user ID equals to. So how we are going to get it by the current user ID? User info dot get user ID. So based on that, it is returned to the current user record ID. It is returned to the current user record. Okay. So then we can build to the some dynamic query. Why? Because means we have the different types of the filter conditions, right? So here when we click onto this one closed opportunity, then it is displayed with all the closed opportunities as well. That's why we are going to build the some dynamic query. So that's why here I'm going to take it by the static string base query. Okay, we have to the here, we have to the base query equals to select ID comma name comma stage name. We can give it by all the API name fields of the opportunity. Okay. So here we have to the amount and opportunity, and we have the by default is the owner equals to who is logged in, right? Logged in user ID. Or up to here we can give it by the initially where condition, then we can add it by the conditions here. Okay, we can keep it. So this is the base query. We are initially getting by the logged in user ID from the opportunities like stage, amount, close date, whatever the fields we have the required, all those fields we can give it by the here. And equals to owner ID equals to logged in user ID we have the required, right? That's why here we are going to give it to the logged in user ID. Okay, then come to the here. So we can save it up to here. So I'm not sure why it is showing error. Let me try to deploy and then we can see. Okay, so let's up to here. We have to deploy to our source org. So right click, deploy to this source org. Catchable equals to true. Or enabled, we are given to the here. Let me, I'm checking. Let me retype it. Equals to true public static void fifth line. Might be in the previous line. Yeah, okay. I think we are missed out to the colon to the here in the ending. Okay, let me save. Colon is the missing. Then we can deploy it up to here first. So it is deployed successfully up to now. Okay, then we can come to the here now. Here we have to get it by the opportunity records, right? So here we have to get it by the unload of the open opportunities. So here we have to take it by the some conditions purpose. Like we have the open opportunities or closed opportunities date ranges, right? So that's why here I'm going to take it by the one list string. I am going to build by the conditions here. Conditions equals to new list of string. So first condition by default on load of the component, we need to display to the open opportunities, right? So that's why conditions dot add of. So here we can give it to the. So here we have the how to identify the open opportunities. We have the is closed option, right? This is the one of the is closed variable, sorry, field. Based on that, we can get it by the open opportunity. Is closed is equals to false, nothing but the we are getting to the all the open cases. This is the one of the condition. So I'm going to build the dynamic query step by step. Okay, be careful to understand. So here we are taking by the conditions. In this condition, I'm going to take it by the is closed equals to false. Okay, let's save. Then here we are going to build the now uh, query. Okay, so before building to the query, we have to the combine to the base query and conditions, base query and conditions. So that's why here we are going to take by the string. Okay, we are going to take it by the where clause. We are going to say the where clause, right? Like where account name equals to something or like this. So here we are going to join to the all this condition base query. Initially, we are going to any other conditions. We are going to join to the first conditions. So here we are going to take it by the string dot join. At present, we have the only one condition, but in coming to the we have to some other filters also, right? We have the some other filters, then we can join to the query. That's why here some other filters also will coming, that's why initially we are going to write it by the here join conditions comma with and we are going to give it by the and condition. So by default here where owner ID equals to current user ID, when we are going to join to the this conditions, so then it is automatically appended by the and equal is closed equals to false. Let me show you the query here. System dot debug. We are going to take it by the here final query. How it is built by the final query? Let me show you. This is so final query. We are going to take it by the string. So final query equals to, so what is our base query? And so base query and where clause. Okay, base query and where clause. Where already we are added now here, that's why no need to add it by the anywhere. This is the final query base query plus here where clause. Then here we can check it by the final query. Let's save and deploy to the source arc. Then come to the Salesforce arc. I'm going to open by the developer console. So let's open to the our newly created opportunity, or we can just to run by the here in the debug anonymous window. So our class name is the, what is our class name? This is the our class name. My opportunities controller dot, what is our method name? Get current user opportunities. So I'm going to run this. Once we can check it by the run the base query, means sorry, final query. Let's click onto the debug. See here, final query, select ID, comma name from opportunity where current user ID. And I think it's not formed properly. Let me check it, current user ID and closed, right? And closed to the this one. And condition is the not appended properly. I think so it's not saved properly. So, and conditions, okay, we are giving to the conditions already we are taken by this one now. So now here is closed and string join conditions here. Okay, let me save, redeploy. So and space is the we have the required, right? All the conditions is closed before. So that's why here we are going to take it to the this one. Okay, so then let's come to the here, rerun to the this one. Debug logs, still showing to the same. We are given to something else. Here, where clause current user ID, give it by the some space here. Let me save and again redeploy. So let's click on execute. I'm not sure why still it is coming to the same spaces also we are added, right? Is closed conditions base query, and here where clause we are given, but it is the in the where clause it is the added actually conditions. Okay, okay, let me do one thing. Up to where condition we can give it by the here. So might be we have to one or more conditions we can append, right? So up to where condition I'm giving to the here. So then come to the here, we have to take it by the conditions. So dot add of. So here owner ID equals to current user ID we are given to the here. Okay, this is the owner ID equals to we are given to the current user ID. Let's redeploy. So let's come to the here, execute. Yeah, now it is formed correctly, right? So what happened is initially we have the only one value, right? That's why it is not properly appended the data. So here we have to take it by the more than one value, right, in the list. So then why it is the appended. See here, opportunities where owner ID equals to current user ID and is closed to false. So like this, we can build by the dynamically to the query. Then next we have to query to the from the database, right? List opportunity. So here opportunities. So here we can write it by the database dot query. So we can database dot query, we can give it by the our final query. So now it is returned to the all the open opportunities. Let's save here. We can see the system dot debug. So let's save opportunities. Okay, let's save opportunities. We can check it how it is coming by the opportunity. It is returning to the query or not by the opportunities. Let's deploy. Let's come back to the here developer console. Control E again. Click on to the execute. So now here we are getting by the opportunity stage name qualified, open opportunities, right? And stage name is negotiation. Like this, we are getting by the multiple opportunities. Means these are all the open opportunities returns now. All the open opportunities they returning now. Now we can just here we have to return to the these opportunities to the LWC component, right? Now we have to display to the unload of the page all the opportunities, and here we have to display it by the total opportunities and as well as to the we have to the open opportunities amount. Total opportunities how many, and here we have the open opportunities amount, and here we have to the displayed by the all the open opportunities. So this is the one of the variable, this is the one of the variable, and this is the list of the records. Okay, so that is the next step, how we are going to develop by the LWC component and how to retrieve the open opportunity record. That is the second step. So before going to that, we can return to all these information to the LWC component now. So that is how we are going to return to the all this information to the LWC component. We can discuss to the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.